Good morning. Welcome back to the vlog, you all. I figured we needed to do a sit down because I haven't been in this garden in a long time on camera. So let's sit down and talk about
Y'all, I was gonna sit down and have a chat, but then I realized something. Something has not been working for me, and that is the garden. I was gonna sit up front and chat about it. Look at my little baby Dread. I have missed you all. I have missed you all. I have missed the garden. I had no garden inspiration this year, and so the garden has just fallen into disrepair. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. This is the lower garden. To my OGs, what's up? To those of you who are new here and new subscribers, first of all, my apologies. I normally post more, especially in garden season, but this year it was not like that for me. So this is the lower garden. You OGs remember that this was a thriving place. First of all, the koi pond used to work, and that's a whole nother topic, but this was all wood chips. There were metal garden beds here as well as various pots, and this place was like thriving. It wasn't full of weeds and looking like this. So there are some beds down here that I have used for a couple of seasons, and they're still in good working condition. But as you can see, this garden is overrun with just weeds and weeds. So the problem with this garden is it's down here, and my main garden is, I used to have a garden up there, the upper garden, so my main garden is on the front side of the house. So I don't come out here, and that's what the problem was last year. I wasn't harvesting what I was growing. So I got this idea that, you know what? I could take these garden beds and move them up front, and I could have another front garden. So I think we're going to give that a try. So the garden box did lift up, and now we are headed to the front. Hey, good morning. Okay, so this is what we have going on so far, and I'm thinking that I'm going to need to rotate these because we do drive on the grass. Sometimes we have so many vehicles to get out to the road, so I think I'm going to need to rotate these instead of having them going horizontally, have them going vertically, and moving them up to maximize the curve of this where the grass stops. There used to be like edging here, but I think what I'll do instead of edging is put some more pine straw and then create a walkway just to make this look beautiful because this is the front yard.
Sausage, bacon, and pancakes.
I see bacon. I see sausage.
The pancake batter is already done. Once I finish cooking it,
Boom.
then the pancakes.
We'll be ready since I'm working our young men.
That's great. Should work for a meal. If you don't work, no food.
No food. If a man doesn't work, a man doesn't eat.
Doesn't eat.
We're going to have to put that one on the screen because I don't know what verse that is. So this is all we've got done for today. Obviously, we have some green stuff growing up in here, so I'm going to need to put some type of fabric cloth in the bottom of these. And, of course, they'll need soil. So this is probably going to be a couple of weeks worth of project. So, hey, keep watching. Right, good morning, y'all. My sons just came. I did this by myself. So I am downsizing my citrus trees. Mainly, I'm getting rid of the ones that don't quite like me that much, or they can't stand the heat. So I'm getting them out of the garden. So I'm going to repot this June plum, and I'm gonna have my sons work on our beds in the front. Came out nicely. The other one was all kinds of difficult. Okay, perfect. All right, that was easy. I'm gonna need some more dirt, of course. So I'm gonna put this weed cloth in here. We're gonna get these few weeds out of here. This has pine straw on the bottom, but I'm not too concerned about it. Okay, so I found some better weed cloth, and that's what I'm gonna use. I might have to, I don't know if this is gonna tear or not, but I might have to go get something to cut it with. Oh yeah, this is perfect. I must have caught this on sale. Nope, it tears. Look at there. Perfect. I like stuff that's easy. And what we're gonna do is I have some potting soil that we can reuse in the garden, and then I can just add some black cow compost in to recharge it, and some chicken manure fertilizer. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So these pots all have soil in them, and I want to reuse this soil in these new beds. Okay, so we're heading over to where the pots are, and I'm not sure how much, hey Belle, I'm not sure how much soil is actually in these pots. Okay, so these have soil in them. But they also have lots of weeds. The weeds are just out of control. And I never had these weeds in my yard until the armadillo came and dug things up. So I'm thinking his feces just, brought weeds like massively. But I'm going to try to recycle this soil. Most of this is potting soil. So we've got some leaves in the bottom. From just right around here. Most of this is potting soil. It did have a lot of weeds in the top, so I pulled the weeds out and I knocked the top of the soil off where the seeds would have been. And so right now I'm just breaking up these clumps of potting soil, and my son's bringing more to see how much we have. But this bed is gonna be probably 3/4 full. And that's good. That means I can go ahead and soak seeds and start planting this week. Oh, last thing I want to do is cut your finger off out here. Okay, that's it. Okay, so last but not least is my poor persimmon tree. We're going to move it to a new home. So this is the new home for the persimmon tree. Yep, I'm just going to turn it. Thank you. I've got to get out here and do some serious weeding. But this is where the persimmon tree is going to sit. I have this tree, sorry you couldn't see, I have this tree in an espalier, so it'll grow flat. And so this spot right here will help it to get more sun, because it just didn't do well this year. Oop, it popped loose. Bring that back down. It just didn't do well this year. I didn't fertilize it, and it wasn't getting enough sun. Next, I'm going to move these. This bee has been asleep here. I think this must be an old bee, because it has been here since yesterday. So I might leave this marigold here and just let this bee rest. But I'm going to move that marigold to the front so that the box doesn't just look like a box of dirt. Alright, so I'm going to grab some stakes to hold these. Let's see. Here's one. Smaller stakes are all with my Lysanthus. So I might pull these out and use these in the front. Okay, I don't have my microphone on today, so I hope you can hear me clearly. I'm going to stake these marigolds up. The direction I want them to go. Looks great. For now, I have this June plum in this rolling planter. I have not been able to eat the fruit off of this tree, but this tree is just so faithful every year. So the trees that I'm keeping are the trees that fruit for me. This tree right here is one of my favorites because of its size, but it only produced 2 fruit, and this is a big tree. It takes up a lot of space to only give me 2 fruit, once a year. And then these trees, they just didn't like me, so I'm gonna send them to somebody who will love them and be able to meet their needs, but I can't do it. And that's okay.